people. Say you're certified.
Yeah.
You don't need to show that
Honestly,
piece
bro.
of paper.
Hey,
You're
yo,
good.
just ask
You're
for a
all good to go.
scalpel. Don't even wash your hands, bro. Just all in there. You use your foot as your hand and just go in with a scalpel, bro.
Find someone who is in sleep paralysis so they can't move and operate on them. There you go. Yo, honest to God, yo, there's so much music coming out nowadays that like I'm actually excited for. I can't even cap. But like at the same time, there's no art. Like there's no artist. You know what I mean? We have like Little Baby. Yeah.
Bro,
What?
no.
Like?
Okay, this is gonna be taken like fully blown out of the water, but Lil Baby, all his songs sound the same. I don't care what y'all think. Like all his
Yeah.
songs sound the same.
Yeah. There's a lot of artists like that nowadays, though. Like even the Baby. I guess it's all the babies, right? All their music just sounds
all
the
the
same.
babies kind of have that vibe. Not gonna cap. Yeah.
Yeah.
They all kind of talk like that.
Honestly, bro.
Like we're not gonna get another Juice World for the longest time. I think he's honestly just a one of a kind artist. Like
I know Juice, the way he freestyled, it was so unique, bro. He could flip a switch and topic change like that.
I just flipped the switch.
I think it was the best freestyle that rap has ever seen. Like maybe.
Yeah.
Him or Eminem. Him or Eminem.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm like M's my idol and shit, but I gotta go with Juice. His flow was unmatched with his freestyles. Eminem kind of sticked to his same flow ish with
exactly. Yeah.
You know how they had like the artist of the decade or whatever for Drake? I feel like he would have been like the artist of like the 2020s. Like he would have came out with some more
Juice WRLD
albums. Yeah, I feel that.
Yo, the Party Number N is like probably gonna be the best postmortem album ever.
Sick. When's that coming out?
It's soon, I think.
You think it's gonna come out sooner than Donda?
Oh yeah, Donda's not coming out. We talked about that last time, bro. It's not coming out. I'll tell you that much.
About the Party Never Ends, though, bro. I was reading this like article, bro. I can't remember who it was by, but if it is a valid source, they were saying like that the party never ends. The first part, it's gonna drop in like 3 parts, bro. So the first part's gonna drop.
Really?
Yeah. There's gonna be a sad one, a happy one, and a romance one. Like so, depression, happiness, and romance, and essentially, the first one we don't know what order it's dropping in, but the first one's gonna drop before the end of August, they said, and then the last one's gonna drop around December time, or I'd say around Christmas is what they were saying.
The one issue with artists like Juice WRLD though is all his shit gets leaked.
Yeah,
every single one of his songs. Like you could probably find that full album right now.
Facts.
You can, no, but like. The only thing is, they were saying this is gonna be his last album. I doubt that. Like, I don't really see that being it.
He recorded so many songs. He literally recorded so many songs every single day.
Yeah.
Right? Because he was able to like. You've seen his freestyles where he freestyles for like an hour, right?
Oh yeah, especially on those radio shows, bro. He just goes.
Yeah. There are literal songs in there. Like you can like slice those up and then put that on the radio and people would vibe out to it.
Yeah, he could literally just freestyle and that could become the song instantly in the day. He doesn't have to sit there and like jot notes and try to figure out what he wants to do. He could just straight up stand up, start singing right off the bat. I swear. That man's way too talented.
Bro, Juice was just one of a kind. He was just one of a kind. He was ahead of the era.
That's honestly why I'm excited for his album though, because like when you look at people like Pop Smoke and X, it kind of ruined their legacy a bit. You know what I mean? Because like they didn't have input on it, and they put like collabs that the artist probably wouldn't have done. No, so it just wasn't. It wasn't it.
Yeah, because like the producers, they don't really know what like the artist actually wants when the artist isn't there. They're just going off like what they think and what they went off before, and they're trying to keep the same idea, but it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, post-mortem albums are like kind of risky. It's either like they're going to be good or they're going to be like complete shit. Like I don't know. It's one or the other. There's no like in between. I feel like, and there's no approval from like the singer himself. Like Juice does not have any. He doesn't get to edit and revise it. Like he's just assuming like so, or well the people helping him, the producers are just putting it out there.
The main question is too, who gets the money from the postmortem album?
I think
like who does that go to?
Maybe his family.
I know X's. You hear about what happened with X's like postmortem albums and shit.
Did
bro?
It go to his mom?
No,
like apparently a lot of the money like got like gypped and shit. I don't remember the exact story on it, but it was like screwed over. Like a lot of the studio took a lot of it instead of his mother.
Oh, I heard
that's horrible
I heard
too.
One rumor where they said the mom was taking the money or something. I was like, there's no way she would do that to her son. Like I can't see that being true. I bet they're trying to make a whole news story out of it or something.
It could just be fake news because once he died, like his name was all over. Exactly. So any clickbait news would just be popping. But that's like the horrible thing about these like postmortem albums, honestly, because like you never really know what's gonna happen.
Behind the scenes.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all just realistically fairy dust and blowing smoke, pretty much. You don't really know until you see.
And the saddest thing about it too is they were so young. Like Juice and him are both like I think 21 and 22.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Right? Yeah, and it's sad, right? Because we don't really see that type of artist in our generation anymore. Where it's
Yeah.
like they could change up their style to any single avenue. They could do rock music, they could do like screamo rap, they could do regular rap, they could do like sad music, right? They even created their own genres where it was like kind of depressed rap, I would say. Like both Juice and X had that. You don't have that anymore.
X, like Juice, he was able to do like regular rapping, and then Homie dropped a full on like punk rock song, pretty much. Like, what's the name of it? I'm blanking on the name of it right now. I can't believe. Wow.
He had a lot like syphilis or whatever, or syphilis. Yeah,
hard, man. I love that song.
Yeah.
Man,
a lot of people didn't like it, but it was a vibe.
It was a different vibe. I like when they change it up. Like I hate when it's always the same. He was like up and down all over the place. That's why I loved like so much about the guy.
Yeah.
Because if he did the same thing over and over again, he just would have been so repetitive. He would have been like way off, like on the bottom of the charts by now if he was like that.
That's the issue with Ski Mask, right? Ski Mask was friends with both of them, but he just does the same thing over and over. And I feel like if X was still alive, X would have pushed him to evolve his music, because like he has some songs that are a lot like different from what he does, right? And it's not talking about pickles and like all that stuff, whatever he's saying, right? Like he has songs where he's actually like vibing out, and like if you listen to Gone by Ski Mask is probably like his most like unique song, I would say.
Yeah.
And I want him to like kind of try that more.
Honestly, I feel like Ski could be like the next Juice or X. He just has to kind of like switch up a little bit and really like get locked in and be determined to like do that shit. Like I know he probably is, but he's got to find that like right genre or create his own, bro.
Yeah. Out of the rappers now, who do you think could actually be like the next Juice or X? No, like we're like they were more than just taking over. They were like inspiring generation. Like everybody our age knows who Juice WRLD is. Everybody our age knows who XXXTentacion is. Yeah. Right? Like you had people saying bro and like all that stuff. Like I'm wanting to be them in a sense. Like it was kind of
that's true.
Cultish, but
I think Cardi B is gonna take over.
Yeah. I think it could be Trippie Redd, right? But like Trippie Redd has some like he has some dope songs. But...
Actually, he just dropped his album today, didn't he? Something
he did?
Something of the night or something he called it. I forgot what it's called now. Blood of the Night, something like that. He just dropped an album, today.
Yeah, well, I think what we're gonna do real quick. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually react to that, and honestly, and maybe that will be like behind the scenes, for people to just like watch a reaction on that, because that's actually really dope.
That'd be sick, yeah.
What are you saying, Matt?
I feel like low key, there isn't an artist that comes to my name right now that could take over the scene on stat. Like I feel like there's gonna be an artist who's up and coming, and he's just gonna drop banger after banger, and people aren't even ready for him. Like I
think it's gonna be a rapper named Warden, bro. Named Warden, bro. He's gonna come out with the boss for real.
I feel
that. Yo, I'm just finishing up my EP, bro. Like shit's
what's the name of it?
EP? The EP, the name's Warden. Like WAR-Den. So it's like playing on words and shit, bro.
Damn.
Where do you think X would be? Or both of them, I guess. X and Juice. Where do you think they would both be if they were still alive? Because like his movement. I think he was already on like with Moonlight and like Jocelyn Flores and all that stuff. Like
and sad hit there, bro.
Sad was really good, man. That one hit.
I honestly think like they were already projecting to be bigger than Drake and Kanye. So if they were still here, because I think X died in 2018. That's 3 years ago now.
2019, no? 2018 or 19?
I think it was 18.
XXX was, I think, June 2018. I think Juice WRLD was like December 2019. Because I remember I woke up. Remember when?
Yeah, no, it's December 2019.
There was a fake post like a month before saying he died, and then a month later the real post actually dropped, and he actually
like bro, when you see that shit on TMZ, that's how you know it's real.
Do you remember where you were when they died?
Bro,
or even Kobe, like
that hit me the most. I was working out, and I remember I took a sit down. I was taking a break. Had like a few sips of my water. Pick up my phone. I'm like scrolling through Insta. I refresh the page. I had, like first thing is like chopper crash. Like
bro, I was literally running fives at LA, like the LA Fitness, and
oh my god,
I look at I literally we lost the game, bro. I hop off, let the other five rotate in. I go on IG, and I just see the TMZ news. Like everybody stopped like there, bro. Like everybody just looked at their phones. None of us were like. Could believe it, bro, because like that's Kobe, so many people's idol, just gone in an instant, bro.
Kobe
He's on
was a
my
lot
wall,
more. Yeah,
bro.
you even have him on his wall, man.
Yeah,
For real.
bro.
He
He's
was a
been
lot
my
more than just a ball player.
homie's
His
been my
mentality on the court, off the court.
he's been my lock screen for going on 2 years plus now, bro.
Crazy, man. That was like
Like,
the
We've lost a
first.
lot of people recently.
I know.
yeah,
I feel like that's slowly every person that's fallen off or like passing away. I feel like it's slowly bringing the world down. You know, like I feel like the
For
world
sure.
has not like the doesn't have bright colors anymore. Like I feel like it's slowly gone darker and darker. It's going like black and white almost. If that makes sense.
it
I do
does, bro.
think I do think people will rise out of nowhere, kind of like
To bring
akin
it
to how
back
they
up.
did.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
To
100%.
find another Kobe is gonna be hard. To
Oh,
find another X is gonna like no one's gonna replace them. There's just gonna
No.
be new people, whatever
yes,
the names
bro.
are, who are gonna, kind of inspire the world because that's what they did
Right.
at the end of the day. It wasn't just their music, it wasn't just their ball game or how clutch they were in the fourth. It was
Yeah.
literally like how they inspired people, inspired
Like,
generations.
when you think about it, so many people in the NBA nowadays, when you ask them who was your idol growing up, Kobe, Kobe,
Yeah.
Kobe, like
For
nonstop, bro.
real.
That's who inspired a lot of people. Like for me growing up, Kobe was my go-to. Kids nowadays, though, it's like Curry, bro. Like,
Yeah, you don't go on the ball court and hear anyone throw up a three and say Curry, bro. It was
no,
always Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe.
It's
it's
still
always
always gonna be
Kobe.
Kobe.
No matter
You
what,
did
even
not
if it's
have a
a
childhood,
Yeah.
bro, if you didn't crumple up a piece of paper, do a fadeaway, and yell Kobe. Like you
Yeah. I
did.
mean, if I knew I was gonna break out, I'd say LeBron, but
Yeah.
like,
Shaq, Shaquille.
Oh
no,
my.
but I think there will be people to replace them in the future. Not replace them, but kind of fill up that gap
Remind
that's missing.
Mhm.
Remind
Yeah.
us of the way that they inspired us.
I feel like right
Mm.
now though, like in life, I feel like we're at like not like an all-time low, but I feel like the past 2 years, like it's almost like it's like a graph of all the years. I feel like
Yeah.
2020, what was it, 2019 with COVID or 2020? It was 2020, right?
2020.
2020.
I can't even
Yeah.
remember anymore. It feels like it's been out for
2019
years.
October.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, when it actually came to here, it was like March, right?
Yeah,
I
March,
feel like ever
March,
since
yeah.
then the graph just went down. It's been
Yeah.
sitting like that
For
till
sure.
now. Especially when
Bro,
people passed away, it just kept going lower and lower. But I feel like eventually there's gonna be like an all-time high, and it's just
The
gonna go down.
last best year was 2016.
2016 that's when like Uzi was coming out, bro. X was still popping off. Like X was just coming out.
Yeah.
I don't think
He was
Juice WRLD was around in
He didn't even,
2016.
no, he didn't even really
Yeah.
start. That. He started 2017. Like I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was like an unlocked character, bro. No one knew. And it's so weird to think that about these people. Like before they came along, they weren't who they were.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like we didn't know what life was without them, and then they come in,
Yeah.
and you don't know what life is gonna be actually without them when they're gone.
Like trying to imagine before them, you can't even think of that now. It's almost
No.
like they've been,
Yeah.
been a part of your life your whole life now. Like it's
Like-
it's crazy.
It's weird to think. Like I was saying this to Jaden earlier. I was saying how think about it. How like we're only 4 months out from 2022, but like I'm still processing 2020, bro.
Oh yeah, we all
It's
are.
crazy,
COVID,
man.
like the pandemic isn't done yet.
Hell
You
no,
know,
that
we're
shit's
still wearing
gonna be
masks.
2025.
There's still people like every single month it's going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's gonna be gone the end of this year, then in like next year, right? Like I literally going into this thought it was gonna be like 3 months.
Yeah.
Right? Because like
For
obviously
real. For real.
Ebola came,
Mhm.
right?
That's-
Ebola was like horrible. You know,
Right.
people dying literally left and right. I think it had a higher mortality
Death
rate than
than it did
COVID,
in
yeah.
obviously what we're going through now,
Hmm.
right? But we figured that out in like a few months.
Right.
Like we didn't even really get affected over here, and then this one's like all over the planet. We're all getting affected. People are still getting affected, right? We don't know when it's gonna go away.
No.
I'd be doing weird faces under my mask at work now, and I don't know how it's gonna be. Like, I don't know how it's gonna be when I take it off. I always pucker my lips like this, like you know what I mean, like do weird stuff.
My
Like
lip, I'll just be like doing
For real,
shit like
bro.
that under my.
Thank God I
under
don't
the-
have the see-through one because I feel like you'd see me do that
Oh.
under it. I'd just be like,
Yo, the people. Okay, I don't even want to say this because wear whatever you want to wear. If you don't want to wear anything, you don't have to. But the people who wear like the clear ones, they just look goofy to me.
I know.
Like that's all I'm gonna. They just look goofy.
Bro, the best ones are when they have like that Bane looking type shit, bro, and it goes up to their nose, but it doesn't bend, and it's just all made out of clear plastic. And you just see that it's like almost a spit guard. Like, do you
Oh,
know the
yeah,
homie
yeah,
from
yeah.
Deadpool 2? That guy with like that
Yeah.
spit guard. It literally looks like that, bro.
Imagine we
No,
all had,
I've
like-
seen one where it was literally like a face over their face. Like it was
Oh,
this
yeah.
part of a face cut out over
Yeah.
the. It looks so
They do.
weird.
No, they
It
take a
looked
look
creepy.
picture and then they put the mask and like they take
Yeah.
a picture of themselves, put that picture of themselves on a mask.
On
Yes.
some like Texas Chainsaw Massacre shit. Like I
Oh,
swear it was
God.
creepy. Yeah.
It's crazy
Like,
to think.
Have you ever
well,
seen that movie?
Seen what?
I think,
Texas Chainsaw.
Te-
Oh
Yeah. That I don't know. Do you guys like horror movies or
Oh yeah, I love them. Yeah.
Oh,
really?
Growing up, I would
100%.
have shot myself, but now I feel like I've like came out of that phase. Like now
Bro,
I
I've
can
always,
Yeah.
watch anything
I've
as long as it's not
always,
like midnight before bed. But like, if that makes sense.
Dude, I used to be scared of the most goofy movies. Like what was the one Beetlejuice? I would literally like hide behind my couch whenever it was on, like when I was like 6 years old. And it wasn't even scary at all
Ghost
in the
Rider
slightest.
scared me. The
were
first
y'all
one with the blue
terrified?
guys, that scared the shit out of
Oh,
me. I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
That creeped me
What are you
out.
saying, Matt?
I was saying, like, since we're speaking about how shit terrified us when we were little, like, were y'all scared of spiders when you were younger?
Nah. I was never
Hey,
really scared of stuff like that. Never
Oh.
spiders, never snakes. Like
oh,
I
I,
feel like the stuff I'm scared about is like paranormal stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like the
oh,
Conjuring. Like if I was in my house and I saw like if this pillow, they started levitating,
and you saw
I'm
for
out.
like, bro,
Yo, I
Honestly,
swear.
yeah, I'd be
homie
gone.
just sees a cross get burned into his wall and then starts turning upside down. Nah,
Nah, bro.
you're out
Fuck
of there,
that
bro.
shit.
Oh my
I
god.
just start like rising out of my chair,
Door
bro.
opens.
Like,
Door
You
opens
start
behind Shem.
like do one of those, bro. Nah.
uh, no, I couldn't do that. Like that's the shit that actually scares me. And I
Yeah,
feel like it's always in movies and I don't really care about it until I see like based on a true story. Then I'm like, okay, like now I'm kind of worried,
Now you're
right?
kind of
like bro,
shaking a
the
little bit.
exorcism of Emily, whatever. Oh, I forgot. Oh, the exorcism of Emily. I'm forgetting her last name, bro.
I don't even know,
It
man.
sounds familiar, but I
Yeah,
kind
I
of get
think
what
I
you're
know what you're
talking about.
talking about, yeah.
that movie,
Even
bro. They put barf bags in the movie theater because people were like throwing up from how like disgusting the movie was.
damn.
And that one's
Y-
based on a true story.
Have you guys seen The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix?
No, but I've heard of it.
Sounds horrible.
No.
Yeah, I've heard
Yo,
of
you
it.
have to. So apparently, it's based off like a true story, and there's this one like like main ghost in it was like the hanging lady, right? So there's this girl who was like always scared. She was always scared. She always saw like this little ghost that was like neck was like cranked to the side, and
Yeah.
her whole life she was seeing it from like when she was a little kid to when she grew up, right?
Oh, that's fucked.
It gets to the point where she's older. She goes back to the house that like she saw all this stuff when it started,
Yeah.
and then she like basically like hangs herself, right? Like jumps all the way down and breaks herself. And then she sees herself going through phases where she was the person scaring her own self in the future. Like imagine if that was a thing. Imagine if all like the ghosts that people are seeing is like themselves in the future when
Themselves
they're
in the
dying, like
future,
trying to
true.
communicate with themselves when they're younger.
Maybe just telling them like don't do it. Like I don't know. They
Exactly,
weren't trying to
right?
scare
Like a
them
That is
the whole
warning.
time. They're just
that
trying to
it's
tell them.
that paranormal shit that like fucks with my mind, bro. Like
Mhm.
paranormal activity, like not the movie or show, but just in general, bro. Like that's all mess. That's something where like once you see it happen, get the hell out of Dodge, bro.
Yeah. Did you guys ever do like Bloody Mary growing up?
Oh
Oh
hell yeah.
yeah, all the
Freddy
time.
Yeah.
Krueger, Candyman, all that shit.
Yeah. I never saw any of that. Like, but like if I did,
I
oh, I
saw
don't
that.
even know what I'd do.
That's what.
What?
Homie,
That's the first
if
thing.
I
My bad.
oh no, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. That's all
That's
you.
the first thing on YouTube that I ever searched up was Bloody Mary, and I saw all these weird clips in like 2008, 2009. I was like
Yeah,
7 or
like the
8, and I was
spoof
searching it
videos.
up
Oh,
thinking it was like creepy as
did
hell.
y'all remember those vines of them? Like the ones where people would hang from the ceiling, like they'd say Bloody Mary, spin around, look in the mirror, and they just had their buddy drop down with a fucking red mask on. It's just like
Yeah.
hello on some
Oh
vine type
yeah.
shit, bro. That shit
Even
was
like even based off those like Tolkien or what it folk tales. There we go. Yeah,
there you
I think
go.
Candyman's gonna be an actual movie by Jordan Peele. Like it's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you guys think about that?
Hey,
You think it's gonna be good?
Any Jordan Peele movie hits different, bro. Like
Yeah.
I feel like this horror movie, it's gonna be nice.
Have you guys like seen his other films?
Yeah.
What was the one where it's basically about like a black guy trying to like get out of the
Get out.
Get
yeah
out.
oh basically yeah there we
Get
go
out.
get out.
I was wondering what.
So there's so many like subtle meanings in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like I like during there's one scene where like, he walks in, and it's like basically when they're like auctioning him off, like similar to how like slaves would be auctioned off, right?
Right.
Pretty much.
And there's a whole bunch of like white men, and there's like a few Asian people, and a lot of people had questions like, "Yo, why are there like an Asian person here?" But like people don't really know that like Asian people were also slave owners back in the day, because they moved to America and they like had more money, obviously
True.
coming from like where they were, and they like own these slaves, right? So it's like the subtle little things that they added in there was like really dope. So I think when he does an actual horror movie, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, no, that one was more of like an intense thriller with like
Mhm.
true backstory and meanings behind it. Not true story, but based on true facts is what I mean. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
what happened in the past. Whereas this movie, homie's about to go all in, bro. Like, I
Facts.
We
feel like
can't,
he's gonna
yeah.
go
I hope it hits. I hope it hits hard, man.
Like,
The
yeah, we
trailer
got
seemed
to
really
see
stupid
that.
though. I was
Do
like,
that.
don't say his name. But like, I mean, in theaters, it's gonna hit different for sure.
I saw the trailer
Yeah.
a year ago, bro. Like I've been waiting for this movie. Then COVID came, and then we got all these lockdowns and shit, bro.
I can't
I
wait for
know.
Reminiscence though. That one hits different. I feel like
Yeah,
That
nah.
trailer
the
looks
trailer.
sick. Anything that Hugh
Jackman, bro.
Jackman's in.
Any trailer
Oh.
that
Ooh.
just does not reveal the plot is just perfect. Like any
What
trailer
was-
that twists your mind before seeing it,
Yeah,
it's always good.
I hate it. I hate it when it's like a comedy, bro, and they put all the funniest jokes in
in
the
the
like
trailer.
the trailer.
They ruin
Yeah,
then
or when it's like an
coming
action
through.
movie.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
it's an
but
action
coming
movie and they
through
show you all like
sense.
the hardest parts, right? Like
Yeah.
we recently watched what was that Avengers movie?
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
So
Oh
shit.
my- Shit.
So
shit.
shit. Like I was excited for it. People were talking about like, oh, Scarlett Johansson's finally getting her first movie. It was shit. Like 100%. It was just bad. Not even top 5 Avengers movies.
We ain't saying that just because it was an all-female thing and directed
Yeah,
by a
no.
female was shit. It's because just the movie overall was shit.
100%. Yeah, like female movies can be great, but I just don't think Marvel's good at them.
No.
Like I don't know, because they came out with the one before that got a lot of flack. I think it was like
Captain
Miss
Marvel.
Marvel. Yeah, Captain Marvel. Right? I feel like they just don't write it right. Like a
No.
lot of these female movies, they should honestly just make it like how females are in real life.
Yeah.
Like you could be a female, you could work out, you could be a badass. Like I know a lot of girls who are like a badass, right? But they're not really about like they just do it weird, right? Like they kind of take that female aspect and like shove it in your face, where it's like, hey, we should just make a movie where it's like we have some dope females and that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
They make it too known in a sense, almost like
Yeah.
they make
Exactly,
it like,
bro.
yeah, this is a female movie.
Like,
Like we know that, but like you don't have to
they-
make it so shown.
Yeah.
And
Because here's the thing about the men movies, right? We don't like shove that like, oh, it's an all men
Oh,
cast.
yeah, we're
right?
guys. Look at this. Tony
Exactly.
Stark.
Just make it good.
They literally showed all the action in the trailer, bro. Like every action scene I recall. Like I ain't gonna spoil the movie for anybody who's probably just spent $22 on bloody hell Disney Plus for premiere.
Yeah.
Facts.
You're dumb if you did that for this movie, but bro, all the good scenes are in the trailer. So I mean, free movie ticket right there, bro, on YouTube, dead ass.
I heard that Scarlett Johansson was actually trying to sue Marvel. Do you guys hear
What?
about
I heard
that?
about that
No,
too.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
heard
didn't
about
hear
that.
Yes. So basically, because you know how Disney Plus came out, like you were just talking about.
Yeah.
So apparently, the numbers for the actual movie itself weren't like performing as good as like the other Avengers movies. And she said it was because that people were ordering online, which obviously like a lot of people were. The pandemic's still going on, but at the same time, a lot of people just don't really want to see them like a movie. Like what the trailers weren't that good,
No.
right? So she tried to sue them for like to make up that money, which I do think Disney Plus should give her money, because if you're not giving her money from the Disney streams, like that's kind of unfair.
True.
Not
Yeah,
kind
that
of
is
an
very
understatement,
factual.
bro. She should have some sort of royalty. Like, okay, I get 2% or like, no, not even 2, bro. This ain't McDonald's. Like, you get like 30% of every price. So like 30% of $22, bro.
Honestly, right? Like
Facts.
that's how it used to be. I think with like Robert Downey Jr. with his Iron Man movies, he gets a certain like he gets paid, but he also gets a certain percent of the actual movie sales too.
Yep.
Right. I know Marvel's ending that soon though, because they're not really doing like the multi-year contracts anymore. It's only like a one movie by like movie basis.
Right. They
Yeah,
better
I
not
don't-
have given him
I
like
don't like
given her a bad pay cut, you know? Like they better not have given her like 20 million for this movie yet when all the other actors got like 80 million for their movies. I
Yeah,
hope she
bro.
was equal to those guys cuz she's
I
like
think
on
yeah,
that level.
hopefully.
Yeah, no,
Hopefully.
because she's been through all the movies with the guys too,
Exactly.
bro.
She's a
She's been
huge
Yeah.
right
character.
alongside them.
She's an OG,
Yeah,
100%.
no, people downplay how much like yeah, she's just a badass chick who is trained to be a killer as from a baby, but people downplay that because you got homies who are using jetpacks and throwing giant shields who stay alive
Throwing
in
the
ice
hammer.
for 90 years.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel like that was just the one issue. Her character wasn't as cool as the other ones,
that
right?
too,
Because like
Hawkeye.
Iron Man, you could honestly see yourself being Iron Man.
Yeah.
Right?
Or-
He's just a super rich guy who got a suit, right? Who was like super drunk and all this. Like he was literally Robert Downey Jr. before he became Iron Man. Like his career, he was super drunk. He was always on drugs. He was always doing these random things, and then he like obviously became successful. It was the
Yeah.
same thing with Iron Man.
It's like,
Like kids don't see themselves growing up being Thor, but kids aspire to be Thor, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Like they don't see
Mm.
themselves being them like a firefighter or a doctor type shit, but like they're like, yeah, mom and dad, give me this hammer. I want to be like Thor, God of Thunder. Like
Facts.
kids look up to that
Facts.
shit.
It's
I
like,
wanted to be Spider-Man when I was a kid.
yeah,
Same,
it's
What are
bro.
you
like
saying?
I was just about to say,
So bad.
it's like playing
Same, bro.
it's like playing pretend, you know, like you wouldn't want to just be there and be like, yeah, I want to be Black Widow or Hawkeye. Like you want to be
No,
like Iron Man or Captain America, freaking
I'm sorry,
Thor.
but
Yo, I'm
Hawkeye,
sorry, but Jade, when you said that real quick, I didn't think anything was gonna come after the black, and I was like, oh, I was kind of thrown off. Kids growing up, I want to be black. Okay.
bro, when you said Hawkeye, all I thought of was Green Arrow would shit on Hawkeye, bro. Green Arrow.
I love
Who's
Green
Green
Arrow.
Arrow? Is that that's
DC.
DC,
Oh,
right?
DC.
I don't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
watch that much DC. Like Batman's dope. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
Batman
Batman.
was super dope,
Dark
but
Knight hit
I
different.
wish DC had a good Avengers almost like movie series, you know,
mhm.
popularity. Like I wish
Yeah, no,
they hit hard.
They
bro,
tried it.
honestly, no, I'd say this right now. Like R.I.P. to Heath Ledger, bro. Sucks the way that he died, but
Well,
if I know it's a tragedy, bro. If Heath
yeah,
didn't die, no, if he didn't die, bro, the amount of like success they could have had with that franchise, bro. The Dark Knight, like homie did only one movie for them on that. It was insane. That's easily the best DC movie of all time, and it won't be
yeah.
They
topped.
probably would have thrown
He's
his
the,
ass in Suicide Squad, honestly. He would have made it such a good
and
movie.
Suicide Squad would have been a
Would have
lot
been a
better
big
because
hit.
Yeah,
I feel like what happens with a lot of these movies is there's like one actor who's like a tier above all the other actors, right? Or a director who's a tier above all
100%.
the other actors, and they kind of make everyone go on par, right? Because it's like, okay, if I'm acting with Heath Ledger's Joker, I'm gonna have to be a better Harley Quinn. Like Margot Robbie would do it so much better. Everybody
yeah,
else would do it so much better in their roles, right? But when
easily.
it's like a goofy movie and you're just around other like kind of B tier actors, you're
No,
gonna kind
like
of phone it in a little bit.
especially that Joker, bro. I don't know what they were doing, making him on like some club boyhood Joker type of person where, oh yeah, I got green hair gelled back, I got jewelry dripping down, I got grills in my teeth. Like that's not the Joker that we all grew up knowing. The Joker we grew up knowing is the one where he's like, you want to see a magic trick? Puts a pencil on a desk, shanks it into a guy's
Oh
eye.
yeah.
That's
Mhm.
the Joker we all know and
I
love.
mean, they wanted to change it up too. Obviously, you don't want to bring back Heath Ledger in his own way. You want
Yeah,
to
no,
obviously change it and try to hope for the best and hope that people will like it. But they kind of went a little too over the edge with it. Like it
yeah,
was a little too over the top in a sense. I feel like
and
I feel
then
like I feel like even Joaquin Phoenix's Joker would have been a lot better
that would have
than
been
yeah,
pretty
Jared
good.
Leto's because
oh
his
yeah,
was actually decent. It was a different tone,
Very
but it
serious.
was more realistic in the fact of this is an actual crazy person. Like this is
exactly.
what an actual mentally
Ill
unstable
person.
person would act like.
Yeah. Whereas
Yeah,
Jared Leto just looked like a party boy. Honestly, he looked like a 19-year-old who just joined a frat, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
yeah. Who do you think
Like,
would be the best actor to play Joker? Have you ever seen like the
Oh my god,
William Defoe?
William Defoe,
oh
Willem
yeah,
Defoe.
Dude,
Yeah,
that video is so good. Like where he like they put like the little like I don't even know like the smart
like
thing where
the
it's like
little dots and then it like face capture or that.
oh no they didn't. There's like a new
fake
technology
face or
nowadays
fake
where it's like
something.
you can yeah you can kind of like take someone's face and then put someone else's face over it. Like they do it with like actors all the
Oh,
time and like
AR,
Trump and
AR,
stuff. But yeah,
augmented.
they did that with William Defoe and just one of his like acting scenes and they put the Joker face over it. It was perfect.
I
Like I
saw
could
that.
actually see him being the perfect Joker, man. That would be amazing.
Honestly, bro, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like that would actually work out proper. Like, cause he kind of emulates. Like, I feel like he wouldn't do as good job as Heath Ledger. Nobody will top Heath Ledger. Nobody.
No,
Facts.
but I think it was also the writing in that. You know what I mean? Like the writing in that movie kind of made the role and it kind of made him like, okay, this writing is amazing, so I have to do amazing aspect. Like one thing I think that we don't really see like over here is that in like cartoons or regular shows, you know what I mean? But if you watch like anime and stuff like that, it's literally in like every single anime. The storyline is just so much better. Like
Yeah.
Jaden has never watched anime, right? But, like
Yeah, yeah.
we recently got him into Death Note. That's the one anime that I always like recommend for people. Like
Yeah.
Death Note's the
Like,
best one.
I'm pretty
y'all down
attached
in
to
the
it now.
comments, like down in the comments, yo, let us know the first anime you watched, bro, if you've watched it. And if not, go onto your Netflix, go onto your Prime, search up Death Note and watch
It's
it
so
now.
good.
Your favorite
And
character will be Ryuk. Like, believe me, guaranteed.
yeah.
Facts.
It's not even like a regular anime. Like a lot of people think of anime as like people just running with their hands behind their back, just like some weird like
Naruto.
Sailor Moon stuff. This
Nah,
one's literally it's akin to like a movie where it's just like two geniuses basically trying to outsmart each other. Like that's the easiest way I
Facts.
could say it without spoiling it. But Jane, how are you thinking about the anime so far? How do you like it?
It's pretty good. I mean, I never was a big anime guy. You know, I was thinking about I was gonna watch the one anime series. Wasn't Marvel coming out with like What If or something?
Yeah,
Or
that's
something
just
like that?
cartoon
That's
animation.
cartoon though.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Really,
cartoon.
that's
I was
not
waiting
anime.
I was waiting to see that. I remember, but before that, yeah, I was never into anime. Like I would just watch like cartoon shows growing up, like Avatar and all that. But that doesn't.
Oh, the Spider-Man cartoons,
Yeah,
bro.
that
Those
too.
ones.
That was like
That was really
I
good.
I
Yeah,
grew big on that. I'm
Bro, I
pretty
remember
I
attached
watched.
to Death Note.
Yeah, Young Justice. Have you guys ever watched Invincible?
Yes, a little bit.
I
Not
think I
all
have,
of it,
yeah.
Invincible on Amazon
but
Prime.
it was pretty good.
I think
That
so.
is really good.
I
Yeah,
watched it because of J. Jonah Jameson from the old Spider-Man.
exactly.
That's why. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
that was
Like,
really good,
are
man.
y'all ready for the last Spider-Man of like this whole Tom Holland thing? This one here, the third, might be the last one.
I don't care for him
I
too
think.
much. I don't know if that's just me.
Yeah,
I get a kiddie-ish vibe from him.
No, Tom. No. I mean, like he is kiddie-ish, but I like easily the best person to ever play him. Tobey Maguire,
Really?
easily.
You know what bothers me to this day though? Andrew, or not, is it Andrew Garfield?
Andrew Garfield.
yeah,
I
Andrew
admit,
Garfield.
his series would have been insane. The next two movies that were coming, like they had like. The
I don't think his
Sinister
was that
Six.
bad, to be honest. Yeah,
Me too. I thought that was
the
actually
one where he fought the Electro guy though, that was bad.
Ah,
But it was just
amazing.
it was the writing that made it bad. It wasn't their
Yeah.
acting.
No,
It was
the
just the
writing.
writing.
It was
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx. Like they kind of just said, "Oh yeah, let's grab some celebs, surround them around this teenager, and there you are." Like, but like, it's just not really it, bro. Like, who's y'all's favorite Spider-Man actor?
Uh, Tom Holland's not too bad. I can't even lie. Like,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like him. But I think when you look back at the whole thing, he will be good. Obviously, Tobey Maguire, like it brings back nostalgia. That was like the
Oh,
first Spider-Man we've ever
'cause that's
seen,
what
so
we
like a
grew up
lot of
on.
people are gonna like it.
It's almost like Tobey Maguire, and that's like our '80s. Like when we watched it. Like nowadays,
Bro.
like it's gonna be the kids are gonna grow up watching Tom Holland, so they're gonna say, "Oh, I like
Exactly.
Tom Holland. He was my favorite." But like they would
Yeah,
never
like
say Andrew
for
Garfield
us,
or Tobey.
bro. Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2, the classic Tobey Maguire with like not even like this whole new advanced like spider suit shit where it's like electric Tony Stark made. No, it was like the old school cloth one where homie would pull it up like that. Like, bro, y'all remember that scene where he was in a cage fighting that person and then he ran out and then Uncle Ben was shot?
No,
Oh
yeah.
my god,
That one
was
scene,
so
bro,
sick.
when we
I mean, that
that-
was sad, but like it was like a good scene. Like it was it was a good scene. That wasn't
Holy-
sick.
No, that entire movie, bro. The entire thing is just amazing movie. Like those Spider-Man movies are hard to be topped.
I wish they twisted it more. Like I know in Spider-Man 3, spoiler alert, when they say like Sandman like killed Uncle Ben like on accident or whatever, I wish it was a lot more twisted and like deeper, you know, instead of just
Darker.
Yeah.
And at the end
darker.
of the movie, they just kind of threw it in like, yeah, I killed Uncle Ben, but like I'm sorry. Like I was just like,
I feel like that's the tone that these hero movies should go. Is go with a
yeah.
more realistic tone, right? Like
Yeah.
you can't save everybody.
No,
And that's like the thing about being a hero where it's
Dark
like, hey,
Knight.
when you can't save that person, when you can't save that person, that's gonna change the hero. That makes them more realistic, right? You get to see them more in the people they actually love.
Yeah.
Instead of it being like, oh, like, you know, I tried like even I think was it in one of the Spider-Mans where he's trying to save somebody and then he caught them with like their back hit the ground right before he could save them?
yeah, Gwen
Yeah,
that scene
was,
could have been
Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's when Gwen
Yeah.
hit the floor.
that scene could have been a lot more like realistic, right? Yeah, emotional because like he kind of like got like he didn't get over it quickly, but it didn't feel real.
Mhm.
Because
No.
imagine if you're that close to saving the person you love the most, and then you would kind of feel like it was your fault.
The
Yeah,
thing
no,
is,
no, no,
too,
not even kinda. Like the fact that Gwen's dad, before he died, he said, "Get away from her. I know who you are. You're not gonna like. You're gonna bring trouble to her."
Exactly. Yeah.
he said that countless times. I feel like in Amazing Spider-Man 3, they would have dragged it on at the beginning. Like the first
Oh,
half of the movie would have probably been him not being able to save others because it's just been a grudge on his whole life, you know.
Like,
But
That's true.
now we never get to see it because like
Not gonna
it's-
lie.
Well, maybe in the next Spider-Man movie because I
hope
think
so.
they're going
I
into
hope
the
we
mall.
see
Yeah,
Toby. I hope we see Andrew Garfield. That would just
know
fill
who
up my
I-
heart.
that'd be
bro.
the crazy. Like I can't
feel like
imagine
they
the
need
theater
that,
reaction
though.
to that.
I feel like they need that. I feel like Tom Holland can't do this on his own. Like in the
No,
he
first
can't.
Spider-Man movie, I liked it with Tom Holland because Tony Stark was thrown in it. Like he's a good celeb. Plus he was freaking the head of the Avengers, like the main
Yeah.
guy, the most popular.
Yeah,
No, I feel,
I feel like
Go ahead.
I feel like the issue with the new Spider-Man movie is they took Miles Morales' story and gave it to Tom Holland because like the regular what's his name? What's Spider-Man's actual name again? How am I forgetting it? Peter Parker. Yeah, the regular Peter Parker story is so similar where it's like his Uncle Ben dies and all this stuff. Like he's doing the same. It's the same story, right? But like with this one, he made it like where he has like the Asian friend that's from Miles Morales. He has a young aunt that's from Miles Morales. He goes to a school for like smart and gifted. That's from Miles Morales. He's like young and kind of naive. So they kind of took that story and gave it to him because they needed something fresh. Where it's like, yeah. And that's why the Into the Spider, like, have you ever seen the animated Spider-Man? That's why they had to change up the story so much. But like that led for that being like one of the like that was really good too.
They should do something similar to that, bro, but bring in all the Spider-Mans from like the previous ones, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland, and then do the same with the surrounding characters, bro. Get the newest Gwen, the old Harry, bro. James Franco easily played I think he played Harry the best.
For sure.
Easily. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't know the actor's name who played it in Amazing Spider-Man. He killed that shit so hard, especially with the scenes where he's like, "I need your blood."
True.
That part, that
100%.
Kind of gave me like he kind of gave me High School Musical vibes, his acting. I don't know why. Kind of got like a kiddie-ish, like cringe, like Teletoon YTV vibe. I don't know why.
I get that from
I think because they're trying to market it to the younger generation.
That's
right. Because you have to when we started watching Marvel, like Tony Stark, we were young,
bro.
We were young. Right, so they're doing the same thing. Like Tony Stark's not going to be in it anymore. The black guy, I think Anthony Mackie's the new Captain America. Right. So like everything's kind of changing up nowadays, right?
Him and what's his name, Rusty? I don't know. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Bucky.
There we go. Winter Soldier.
He was
Rusty.
Sick.
Jesus. Yeah, no,
they kind of ruined him though, low key. I wish they kept him with the mask and made him look dark still. I feel like now he's just like, I don't know, he was rolling around in Wakanda in like the third Avengers movie. I'm like, the hell are you doing there? Like, what's going on?
Have you seen the Captain America like Disney Plus show?
No.
Not yet. No.
You have to watch. If you watch that, then you'll like they actually like, made up for him. He was a really dope character.
Okay,
he was a really dope character. Yeah.
Now. Okay.
Yeah, I won't spoil it, but it was really good. Apparently I can't even lie though. Wait, what happened?
Sorry, apparently Loki 2 was also good. Like the Loki movie.
Loki was really good. I mean, it was actually weird. So like the Loki world, like it's probably the best one out of all of them, right? Because it's just like futuristic, but like old aesthetics at the same time. And I literally like when I was watching it, I like kind of binged it all at once, and like I literally had dreams about it. Like I can't even cap. Like I literally like woke up and I was dreaming and I was in that place. Like it was so weird.
I was dreaming about Death Note since we were watching that recently. Dude, that was like, I don't know. It's like I've been attached to that series ever since. Like it's pretty deep. Yeah. There's like a lot of good meaning in it.
Yeah.
What do you dream about it?
Ryuk?
Oh, the demon guy?
That would remind me of sleep paralysis. Like imagine seeing Ryuk and just not being able to move, bro, and you don't even know what it is.
Like, it's not like I wake up and I'm like freaked out by seeing it. Honestly, it makes me laugh because I almost knew I was in the dream and that I was gonna like see it waking up. So I just saw it for a split second. I'm just like, oh shit, what's going on, Ryuk? How you doing, man? Like,
have you guys ever had like sleep paralysis before?
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah.
So many times.
Really?
Yeah.
I had it once in my life, man.
Same, bro. Here, Shimmer, smart, bro.
No, yeah, literally with mine though, like I'm Shermer. No.
I was between. But when bro.
There you go. When I had mine though, like I know a lot of people say that like they see stuff or they feel stuff. Like I never had that. I was just like sleeping in my bed. It was probably when I was like 11 years old, and I couldn't move. I woke up, I couldn't move, I couldn't talk. I tried to like scream, but like it was like I was screaming in my head. Like you know the voice you have in your head where it's like the inner dialogue. Like I couldn't get it out. And then like you know the movie it's made by Quentin Tarantino where it's Kill Bill 2. Where she's like paralyzed and she's in the car and she's like, okay, focus on your pinky toe or whatever, and she moves it, and then she like finally moves her whole body. That's what I did. I thought of moving my big toe. I didn't. I just like jolted up. How about you? Like, have you ever had like? Tell me yours. What happened, Matt?
What happened?
Yeah, with your sleep paralysis.
With my sleep.
Do you ever see stuff?
With mine, bro, it was actually weird. Like, okay, so I was younger. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn off my phone, bro. Somebody was calling me. Anyways, bro. That bro. Okay, I was 9 years old. Set the scene here. Okay, I just finished a nice day at the beach and whatnot. Okay. I go home. I'm chilling in my bed. I fall asleep. Okay, and in the middle of the night, I'm dreaming and shit. I see myself in the third person. I see myself literally laying in my bed, bro, and all I see is just this big black structure, bro, all over top of me. He's just like looking over top of me, bro.
Did he have a face?
No. I didn't see a face, bro. It was like on some Slenderman shit. Like I just saw two white holes, bro. It was hella trippy. Like no, this shit has stuck with me in my memory, bro. Because I have a photographic memory. Like I don't forget shit like this, bro. Like that, it stayed with me. Homie literally grabbed me. Like I saw him reaching towards my throat, bro, and it felt like I couldn't breathe. And all I remember was like me trying to scream, but nothing was coming out. It was the scariest like 15 seconds of my life, bro.
Yeah, no, that would be scary. Like, I'm happy I've never seen anything when I had sleep paralysis, man. Did you ever have sleep paralysis, Jaden?
Countless times. I
Really?
kind of thought of something just now though. When you were talking about screaming in your head, I just kind of realized why you can't scream in your dreams. When you realize you're in a dream and you scream, you can't. Like either way, when you're in your dream, you always talk monotone. But then when you realize you're in the dream and try to scream, like you can't scream in your head. Like when you're talking in your head right now, or like as you're listening to this podcast, trying to talk in your head, it stays monotone. You can't like whisper or like yell. Like I just thought about that. Like in your dreams, you can't scream. Like you're literally gonna think you're screaming or like feel that you like could, but you can't. Like I don't know if that sounds stupid, but I just thought about that. I mean.
I feel like I could scream in my head right now, in my inner dialogue. I feel like I can, but maybe dreaming is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I feel
don't
like
know.
dreaming, like your mind is set to be like relaxed and monotone, so that's why you can't scream. I feel like you can't amp yourself up in your head while you're asleep.
Yo, on the dark subject of sleep paralysis, why don't we switch it over to dreams? What's your favorite like happy dreams, bro? What's the not happy dreams, but like what's the happiest memory of a dream you have?
My dreams are just so weird all the time. Yeah, like I don't really understand the meaning of them. Like sometimes they're happy, sometimes they're just weird. Like the happiest one was I was like flying to like Jamaica and stuff. Like with saw my like family over there. Like that was dope. But like there's always some weird stuff that happens, right? Like you're flying through Jamaica and then you just see like a freaking like alien spaceship fly by or something, right? Like it's so awkward. I don't know.
What dreams?
What dreams? Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had? I've had some lucid wet dreams before, bro. That was weird.
Bro.
That was weird. Have you ever? You always have it with someone that you never expect to have it with too. It's like the quiet girl in class that you don't talk to, and then you wake up and you're like, wait, do I like her? Like, you know what I mean? Like you start looking at her differently and stuff. Like it's kind of weird.
Bro.
Yeah.
You can never
like
see
those
the
dreams.
Same.
Have y'all ever had post nut syndrome, bro?
What?
Oh,
y'all know what that is?
Clarity.
Yeah, post nut clarity.
That's a thing. It's 100% a thing.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, no. I know Jaden has a girl and whatnot. Like, so he can't really have post nut clarity. But like,
if I didn't, I feel like something would be wrong with me.
If Shamar and I, well, we've definitely both had that, guaranteed.
Yeah, no, I've had it before. It's rough though, because like sometimes like this is like the thing about being a guy, I guess. Like once you are in that mood, it's kind of like you can't stop thinking about it until like it happens. Like blue balls is an actual thing. Like you know what I mean? But I think it's more mental than physical.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
We went deep into post nut syndrome out of nowhere.
We really did.
My bad. What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say it's kind of because like people can like even kind of going back to dreams, people can like astral project. Apparently, I don't know if it's like real or not. But do you know what astral projection is?
No.
I say we don't really go into this one too much though.
Why?
I say we kind of leave this one for next episode, bro.
Okay, we can leave it.
Sure.
But just to give them like a little heads up, then we won't talk about it, but like I'll tell them what it is. So it's essentially where you're dreaming, but like you put yourself outside of your body, if that makes sense. So like how people do it is like you fall asleep, but you try to keep your mind awake to kind of get in that like sleep paralysis state where you're like half asleep, like your body's sleeping but your mind's awake.
Exactly.
Then you have to imagine like a rope and like pull yourself out, and apparently like you could look down and see yourself sleeping there and like traverse the world or something like that. Like it's pretty weird.
Yeah,
but
no. It's sick. Like I remember trying to do it numerous times. I've yet to do it successfully. I want to do that, bro.
I've never had
people have said stories like where they've traveled to Paris, bro, or like just done so much shit, bro.
Apparently they can go to like space. They can go to Mars. Like they could do like
anywhere. Your mind, the imagination is limitless, bro.
But here's the thing: is it just imagination, or is it like real?
No, the thing is too. If you see something trippy, bro, what are you gonna do? Like not trippy, but like scary.
I feel like there would be a way to test it out. You know what I mean? Like if you're able to do it, you could be like, okay, you could tell someone to do something, right? And then you could astral project to where they're at. And if you see them, what they're doing without them telling you, then like that kind of makes it real. But at the same time, you never know because it's really hard to like to figure it out. But yeah, we'll save astral projection for the next topic and kind of go more into it. But
I got a lot of lucid dreams too that I gotta explain, but like that's gotta be like one per episode or something because I can't spew all of them
Yeah.
out in one episode.
No, we
Gotta
can't. We can't burn out our
drag it
stories
on.
otherwise.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a
Sleep
sprint.
on sleep paralysis though. The one story I got, I remember I was laying in bed and I was like super drunk and I went to sleep and all I remember is like a SWAT team like bombarded my room and they like pushed the back of my neck into my pillow, like my whole face into my pillow. And I remember I couldn't move. And I remember I woke up and I was just in my pillow and I couldn't look left or right. I was just stuck, like almost like suffocating. Not actually suffocating. I could actually breathe, but I was just like, what the fuck's pushing on my neck? Like I felt like a gun, like a barrel right at the back of center of my neck, just pushing down on me. It's like, this is the trippiest like sleep paralysis I've ever had. It like, I don't know. It didn't freak me out though. I knew I was in it. So I was just sitting there like, okay, is it going to be over? Like, what the hell? And then I fell back to sleep.
yeah.
And then I woke up and realized like I just had sleep paralysis. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
I feel like that's when I had it, I feel like that's why it was so like easy for me because I knew what sleep paralysis was beforehand. If I didn't know what was going on, I like would have been scared. Like,
bro,
you know what I mean?
I was so young. I didn't know what it was. I was literally 9 years old, bro. I had no idea what it was. I didn't know what I was experiencing. All I saw was a dark figure homing over me, bro. That shit was trippy.
Same with like lucid dreams. Like I would move my hands across my face to know if I was like controlling my dream or not.
Bro, I just have a cake appear. That's what I do.
Jesus Christ.
I would actually, so I always wore a watch.
Yeah.
Right? Like I always had a watch that I used to wear, and I realized that like it was kind of like the movie Inception, where they always have that little token. Like the one guy had like the bottle that spun. I think one guy had like a coin or something. I don't know. They all had like different things.
Kept on spinning or did something weird, you knew you were still in a dream.
Yeah, and apparently you can't read time in your dreams. And if you do read time, if you look at your watch and it says like 10:50, you look back at it, it's not still going to be 10:50. It would be like 1:24 because your mind doesn't really have like the aspect of time in your dreams.
Yeah.
So that's how I would always go into like dreaming. Or if like anything weird happened, I'd just figure out like, yeah, this wouldn't happen in real life.
You
Like,
have an internal clock, but you don't have an internal clock essentially.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I would do with my hands in my dream. I would move them side to side and I would do it slowly and then start to speed up. And if my hands like went like through each other, I knew I was in a dream. So they would like go through each other and almost turn into like 10 fingers on one hand. I was just like, what the hell? I'm in a dream. And then I would just start to control shit. But I was always
dreaming is so weird, man.
It's crazy.
The fact that we could actually like control, like think about that. Like we can't do that in our regular life, but like basically half of our life we're sleeping, right? Half of life we're dreaming. We could like control it.
Speaking on Scarlett Johansson, you know that movie like Lucy? Is it Lucy? Lucy? No. You know the one where it's like a percentage of your brain begins to open up, like she has drugs in her.
Oh yeah.
Is it Lucy?
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know the name, but I know the one you're talking about.
I think it was called Lucy. Yeah. It was kind of like Limitless, but with her instead. Yeah.
Pretty much. I just feel like that was a good movie by her too. And freaking wasn't Morgan Freeman in it? Or yeah, he was. That was a really good movie, like about how your brain opens up more. Like I feel like when we're in a dream, the percentage just increases, like it triples. Like you could do so much in your head. Like I've had dreams where I'm driving down a street and I look around, it's like a cyberpunk city. Like I don't know how my brain can do that so fast. Like it's insane.
There are people who say
insane, bro. The brain is insane.
Our brains have freaking Ryzen 9 processors.
Literally, man. A 3080 inside there and everything. Literally. Like you could run anything.
Bro, I'm running a 3090 in mine. I don't know about you.
4090, bro.
Hey, I got the 40 series, bro. Not even out yet.
You heard of overclocking? Well, I'm double overclocking this shit, bro.
For real, that's how it feels though. Honestly, I try
the
to
way all of
like
us been working, bro. We've been just grinding.
Yeah, that's like honestly, bro. Like one thing I kind of want to bring up, just like a quick little side note,
motivation,
is if you guys are like working at home and stuff, and you like actually want to do some stuff that's like creative or anything like that, do it, especially when you're young, because a lot of people don't, and they'll just end up doing what like their parents say to do. Right? Like I went to college basically because my parents, they weren't forcing me to do it, but I felt like a pressure from them and like society, and obviously like all my classmates going to college. Like I wanted to like stay on par with them. And I realized that if I just kind of stuck with what I was doing like beforehand, I probably would have been in a way better situation and I would enjoy life. Like when I was in college, like it was rough, especially during exams. Like when you do exams for something that you don't want to do with your life, it just puts you in the horrible mood, man. So like whatever you want to do, just do that shit.
Right. I feel like
he's not saying don't go to college. I don't fuck.
No.
No, he's saying
if you want to be a doctor,
go there. Go
to college, because that's how you actually. If you want to be a lawyer, go to college. If you want to be a rapper, if you want to be a clothing designer, if you want to be a creator, if you want to be something that is creative, if you want to be a tech developer, right? Because you look at some of the most successful people, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, friggin' Elon Musk, like these are all people who dropped out of college. You know what I mean? And they're leaders in their field, in a tech field at that. So you don't need to go to college, but only go to college if it's something that you want to do. If you want to be a cop and you want to do police foundations to get a better like chance of being a cop, do that, right? But if you just want to literally do whatever you want to do, take whatever path you feel is the best for you. Don't live your life for somebody else. Live your life for yourself.
If you want to be a
That's
doctor,
all I can say.
just walk into the doctor's office. You don't need school.
Literally, yeah. Just start operating on
Just
people,
start
bro.
operating on
Like,
people. Say you're certified.
Yeah.
You don't need to show that
Honestly,
piece
bro.
of paper.
Hey,
You're
yo, just
good.
ask
You're
for a
all good to go.
scalpel. Don't even wash your hands, bro. Just all in there. You use your foot as your hand and just go in with a scalpel, bro.
find someone who is in sleep paralysis so they can't move and operate on them. There you go. Like,
on a real note, though, I feel like having like our podcasts weekly will like help relieve people. Like I feel like we just talk about how the world is, because I feel like it's like structured, like everyone tries to, like, not like everyone, but there's people that try to be like each other and don't know how to fit in and stuff. Like just be yourself, man. Like
not just that,
do
bro,
what you
but,
want to
like,
do. Like be a rapper.
also-
Like no matter what your friends think, like if they think, oh,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be a trash rapper, just do it, man. Like who cares?
because here's the biggest thing I learned in life, right? Because obviously, like, I'm a bit older than Jaden and Matt, right? The biggest thing I learned in life is that people will set their limitations for themselves on you, like 100% of the time. That's why, like, if you are excited about something and enthusiastic about it and you show your friends it, that's why, like, the first time they're always going to kind of clown you on it. You know what I mean? And they're your friends, so they're allowed to do it. But at the same time, they're doing that because, for instance, like, if I want to be a clothing designer and I show them my first shirt, they're going to be like, oh, man, that's trash. Oh, man, that's whatever, right? But if I sold 100,000 of those shirts, then that's when they're like, oh, yo, can I join the team? Oh, yo, can I get a shirt? Yo, can I, like, model for you?
Yeah.
Right? That's why people change up. That's why you see all these rappers and people who become successful lose a lot of their old friends because they realize that they weren't there from the start, but they want to have the success and they feel a need for the success, essentially. They feel like, oh, well, I was with you then, so I deserve something from you when you blow up.
Sure, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we should end it here, but I want to leave one like final testimony onto this episode.
I got something to say
like
too.
a final quote. Okay, bet. Yeah, but what you gotta say, Jaden?
I was gonna say, I feel like on this podcast, throughout like the next few episodes that are like to come, you're gonna see 3 different POVs, 3 years apart. Like me, Shamar, Matt, we're all 3 years apart. Matt's 3 years older than me. Other way
Nice
around.
one, bro.
Shamar's 3 years older than me. Matt's 3 years younger than me. I feel like you're gonna see like 3 different POVs on this podcast, and it's just like it's sick. I like it. Like
3 different age groups: one in high school, one going into college, one out of college.
Exactly.
Right? Like 3 different. We're all like mature, right? But like basically, the older you get, the more experiences you have. But also, like, the younger you are, the more in tune you are with how current life is right now.
The more you can experience.
Said it better, man. Couldn't have said it better.
Or offered, rather. But the final note,
it depends, right? Because you could be like 16, like you never know. Literally, it's also like a Death Note where it's like you never know when you're gonna die, bro. So like someone's life can literally be half of yours. You never know what it's gonna be.
But that final testimony, I want to leave it on, bro. Like y'all talking about how like just follow your dreams and aspirations, and when you follow your dreams, bro, the one thing I want to say, comparison is the thief of happiness, bro. When you compare yourself to others and see them shining, and then you see yourself there, bro, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm doing shit. This guy's making 200,000 or like off this shit, and I'm here only making this. Don't do that shit, bro. Focus only on you. Keep your mental on you and your shit. Like, don't focus on others. Make sure yours gets where you want it to be. Who gives a fuck what the public says, bro? That's yours. Own that shit, bro.
And even like piggybacking off of that, that's honestly like super real. And we're seeing it a lot in nowadays where it's like people are becoming famous younger and younger.
Yeah.
Right? Literally like 3 years ago, it was X and Juice WRLD who were like 20-year-olds becoming famous. And that was young to like the older generation. Now we're seeing people like the Kid Leroy. And there's like a rapper named Baby Santana, 16, 14. They're starting younger and younger. So that makes you feel like you have less time. But it doesn't matter when you make it there. It's as long as you make it there.
Yeah,
right? Like that's the biggest thing.
It's better.
You could be 30. Because here's the thing: if you become the most renowned artist in the world, it doesn't matter if you did it at 16 or you did it at 30. At the end of the day, you're still the most renowned artist in the world.
Exactly. And those hating on you from the beginning, like honestly, another thing to leave with: if you weren't there for my troubles, don't be there for my successes. Like,
100%.
Real, man. All right, yeah. So if we're gonna end it here, guys, tune in next week. We're gonna talk about the Jake Paul fight. That's coming up soon. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of other topics. Once again, I might get him.
Yeah.
AKA Shamar on my right, or wherever you're seeing him. This is. Go ahead and introduce yourself or outro yourself.
It's boy Vesby, aka Jaden. Down here, we got
Hey, I'm Warden, and I'm Matt. Also, same thing. And this has been 3 Guys 1 Mic podcast. Y'all make sure to tune in next week every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Shit's on YouTube. We're gonna be coming to Spotify and Apple Podcasts soon. So make sure to stay tuned for that, bro. And on a good note, y'all have a good one. Enjoy your weekend.
Check out our collabs, boys.